Hello everyone, it's Sage and welcome to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks by 𝐊𝐿𝐴𝐴 TV. Today's special guest is Mr. Matthew Lloyd, founder and managing director of BookMyBoat. And today's expert will share insights on helming the ship for Australia's first and fastest growing online boat rental marketplace. The BookMyBoat marketplace provides boat owners with the opportunity to list their boats for hire to suitably qualified recreational boat licence holders. And we bring you the industry leaders, successful business owners, all under the one roof to help you discover the insights of the stock markets. So today with us on the show live, we bring you Mr. Matthew Lloyd, founder and managing director of BookMyBoat. Welcome to the show, Matthew.
Good morning, Sage. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to meet you. So Matthew, with your experience in project management and organisational strategy, we're keen to share your insights today. You have developed a method for boat owners to generate income from their underutilised asset with prospective boat hire customers. But due to the coronavirus pandemic restrictions, how is the boat rental business going at the moment?
Yeah, we chose a good time to launch a business, didn't we? August 2019, we got about 6 months in. And then we were sort of impacted by coronavirus. But the Delta strain lockdowns have certainly provided some more challenges than the previous ones did. However, we're fortunate with our geographical spread that we're able to offset some of the impacts that you would get just being a locally operated company. So, when New South Wales has been in lockdown, typically Queensland hasn't. So we've been very fortunate. We've also been fortunate that fishing has always been allowed to occur through boat hire. So we have maintained some trade, but yes, it certainly impacted our boat hires. However, I suppose it's provided us a little bit of extra time to work on our scaling strategy and also really observe the industry because it's taken quite a significant change in terms of growth. So with all of the international borders closed and everything now, we're seeing a groundswell of people buying boats and people booking domestic holidays and really wanting to get out there and explore the waterways.
Well, that's great to hear that there's still some form of activity going on because it's not been an easy time for a lot of businesses. So thank you so much for sharing your insights there. Now, boating is enjoyed for the adventurous who love exploring, for those who just want a bit of rest and leisure and enjoying the beautiful natural coastline that Australia has to offer. What are the top boat hire destinations available at BookMyBoat, please?
Yeah, so at BookMyBoat at the moment, it really follows. So we're located in New South Wales and Queensland at the moment, and we're just about to embark on a national expansion. But the boating sort of experiences at the moment are really following tourist hotspots and capital cities. So for Queensland, for example, you're thinking of Noosa, Brisbane, around Moreton Bay and the Gold Coast. And then in New South Wales, around sort of Sydney, Pittwater and Sydney's northern beaches, areas like that. But we've got so much wonderful waterways in Australia that we can't wait to embark on this expansion so we can get some offerings in other parts of Australia that people really need to see.
Great. Well, best of luck with that. And what are your standardised policies? Now, I understand that you will only hire out to registered licence holders, boating licence holders. What are your standardised policies and procedures that ensure safety of the boats while they are rented out, please?
Yeah, so in Australia, we're fortunate to have some of the strictest safety compliance laws in the world. And so the National Standard for Commercial Vessels sets the bar quite high, which is reassuring for everybody on a boat. Now, we ensure that every boat listed on our marketplace has the commercial registration for a hire and drive operator. We won't support listings of boats that do not maintain that. And for that reason, boats in a hire and drive registration have to meet a higher standard than a recreational boat does. That being said, it's not super hard to get that hire and drive registration. For boats under 12 metres, it's an application process, a declaration, and then the boat is prepared with all the necessary safety gear to go out and be successfully rented out. Now we also focus on low risk operations in terms of where and when the boats may be used. So using one form of the hire and drive registration, we can exclude nighttime use, for example. We can exclude offshore use. So that really opens up the prospect to boat hire to a significant number of boats in Australia.
Great. Well, best of luck keeping within the parameters of those regulations and maintaining your business moving forward. And in your opinion, what makes BookMyBoat unique in the market?
So, I suppose firstly, we're the first fully featured boat hire marketplace in Australia. And when I say fully featured, we are designed and built specifically for hire and drive operations. Now that means that we have a bunch of automated procedures for boat owners to come onto the platform, and also for renters. And then when they're completing their transaction, the automated procedures surrounding calendar availability, the payment gateway. We have a feature for security bonds, and then we have all of those other processes that we put into the mix, like the on hire, off hire process. We help the boat owners out with logbooks and advice on how best to conduct their briefings so that boat hire can occur in a nice, safe manner. We also have comprehensive insurance, which gives peace of mind to everybody, the boat owners as well as the renters, because nobody intentionally goes out to damage anyone's boat. And that really gives peace of mind to both parties that they can enjoy the day without the risks of any significant troubles.
And just before we finish off there, what is the regulation with life jackets on boats? Do people have to wear them all the time?
Yeah, so the regulations on life jackets, you don't have to wear them all the time. It does depend on the size of the boat. So if a boat's under 4.8 metres, you have to wear a life jacket all the time. But for boats over that size, you don't have to wear them all the time. And there's also regulations which stipulate kids under 12 years old, they have to wear life jackets at all times as well.
Great. Now, you mentioned that you started your business 6 months before the first wave of coronavirus hit our shores, and I'm sure you've had a lot of strategy that you wanted to put in place. Do you have any expansion plans in your near-term pipeline? I'm sure you're keen to get some of that strategy out there.
Yeah, we certainly do. We had grand plans for places like Western Australia, which has got a huge west coast of all these wonderful waterways. And unfortunately, we haven't been allowed to get into Western Australia to execute these plans. So we are in the process right now. We're just about to launch a cap raise supported by Equities, and we've chosen the equity crowdfund model for that cap raise. And we've chosen that because, for a number of reasons, we see great value in having a bunch of shareholders that are passionate boaters and really advocating for our cause. And as a company, this is a totally new business to the boating industry. So we're really transforming the way Australians think about boating, in that we're making boating more accessible. Our whole goal is to make boating more accessible for people who want to own boats, but then also for people who don't want to own boats or can't own a boat for whatever reason. So we're providing boat owners with an opportunity to offset their expenses. Boating's an expensive game. To offset their expenses through some boat hire rental income. And then we're providing customers who might not be able to afford a boat the opportunity to go and really have that experience on the water that they would love to have. It's just never been available to them. So we're undertaking that national expansion, and we're crowdfunding as a means to assist us to get there. And we also think it's an opportunity to get some of the industry players, so manufacturers, boat sales dealers, you name it. We really want to bring the industry along for the ride here. This is a transformative business, and it's going to have ripple effects across the whole industry. And so that's why we've chosen the Equity Crowd Fund, which should launch, I think, next Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken.
Great. And so how can investors get involved with this crowdfunding if they are interested?
Yeah, so they can jump onto any of our socials. We've got links all over our socials. BookMyBoat, also our website bookmyboat.com.au. We've got an investors section, or they can go to the Equities website where there's an expression of interest button, and that will they can register their interest, and then next Wednesday that will be opened up, and people can have the opportunity to invest and become a co-owner. And join us, as well as some of our early adopters. We've got a great boating community already working with us at BookMyBoat, and so it's going to be wonderful for us to be able to share the opportunity of growth with the people who have supported us from day one.
Thank you so much, Matthew, for that valuable information and for sharing your passion for what you do. You can definitely sense that. And that's the end of our discussion now. Was there any final words you'd like to share with the viewers before we finish off?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just it's a really good opportunity now in the next sort of 12 to 18 months with limited international travel. It's a really great opportunity to get out on a boat and see what Australia has to offer. In the last 12 months, boat ownership, there's been 18,000 boats sold in Australia, which is double what it normally is. So people are certainly gearing up for it. And I think we need to support local and get out there and enjoy our country.
Yes, the beautiful coastline of Australia. Absolutely. Great advice. I'd second that motion. Thank you so much again, Matthew, for joining us. And if you've just joined us, viewers, we just had a very interesting discussion with Mr. Matthew Lloyd, the founder and managing director of Book My Boat. And the full recorded interview will be available on the YouTube channel, 𝐊𝐿𝐼 Media, a little later today. And thanks for your time and stay watching for more live updates. And as we say, stay apprised and invest wise with 𝐊𝐼.